Welcome to day 3 of our Hunkydory Happiness Week of Webisodes, and today we have a boxed kit from Hunkydory. Something different.
Yeah, something new. Magazine with lots of techniques. You're getting an embossing folder, die cuts, stamps, papers, all in one place.
All kinds of things, and we're going to show you how to use them. Come play with us. Now, every now and again, Hunkydory does this kit.
Okay.
It's a box kit, and we snagged many of them. And you can see it's got lots of stuff, but there's also, it's worth 50 pounds. Well, that's $66. So, you just want to think about that. And it has in it, this is the magazine that Gail talked about.
So this magazine is going to give you 82, like it says, 82 inspiring designs. Now, this is great. Techniques, it's not just pictures of cards. It's walking you through interesting techniques with the things that come in the kit. Plus you'll be able to use, those techniques on lots of other cards that you do.
Of course.
Not just Hunkydory stuff.
And as you would expect, there are going to be die cuts because it is Hunkydory.
There are 91 pieces all together in this kit, and you're getting, I think, 46 gold and silver die cuts.
And then you're also getting some of the adorable scoreable. Now you can see that this is a gardening theme, and they call them A Gardener's World and Plant a Little Happiness.
Right, so 2 exclusive card making collections in here, so printed and foiled, so you're getting that adorable scoreable, but you're getting even more.
And, then you're getting some printed papers. Now
these are double-sided, so I think there are 4 double-sided papers all together, and they match those collections.
And then you get these that they call inserts, and they're very ghosted back, so that you can put these inside the card. And
you're getting 8 of those. Again, they're going to match. I love that you get a feminine look, but you also get a masculine look. So these are going to be good both ways.
But we're not done
because this is the fun part now.
This is a cutting die, and they call it an 8-in-1. And you want to explain why?
Because if we turn it over and look at the back, there are 8 different cutting dies within this one piece. So then if we turn it to the front again, you can see it's going to cut.
Did you see how well I did that?
Right,
yes.
Nicely done. So a bracket, you get the basket, you get several different kinds of flowers to cut, and these little ivy pieces, and 8 different die cuts in one.
And we're not done because you also get these stamps. So
16 of these
and they're
stamps.
Clear.
Those are so adorable. And wait till you see what we've done with those. That's really fun. I love those.
And Gail said to say that the embossing folder is a lot cuter than what it appears here.
Yeah,
so
it sort of looks like a particular kind of house to me.
It does a little bit.
And it can be turned into so many cute little potting sheds and greenhouses.
So we're setting all of this aside, and we're going to go first into what you would expect of Hunkydory, which of course is using the foil die cuts and the adorable scoreable.
So you just cover your card simply and pop on some die cuts with foam tape or glue them in place.
Very nice and very easy. And as you said, this kind of can have a masculine or feminine. So we love them for card making, but also for scrapbooking.
Yeah.
And the frames are so perfect to use.
I love this. This has got a patterned paper in the background, one of ours, but then you've got this large adorable scoreable, the entire piece placed on here with this little potting bench. So it's perfect for this look. Very
nice.
Very sweet.
Okay, now we're going to start mixing some of the other things.
All right.
Now this project is a variation of one from the magazine.
That's right. So if I open up the magazine to the split place that I've got, so here's a little idea. So if we put those side by side, it's a similar idea, and Debbie just did it a little bit more with it. I think they used distress inks. Debbie chose to use distressed oxide inks for that background.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you that, but she also stamped and colored in each of those little pieces and then cut them out. And that's in there. The stamps are in there.
She added a foiled piece, and then on the inside, more stamping.
So I love
really
this.
Sweet.
You get to mix and match. You've got the cutting dies no, those aren't the cutting dies.
Right, stamp.
Those are the stamped pieces that you can cut out individually, so that's fun. I love the little fence there.
Yes.
But let me show you the background. I'm going to talk a little bit about what she did and about what I'm going to do. So she followed in the magazine. It said, here's what you do. You take 3 different inks and you just press them onto your craft sheet. Oops, just like that. I'm going quick. And we've got purple, we've got pink, we've got green. Those are all pressed on there. Now you can spritz these with a little water. And I'm sure you've seen me do this before. If you watch the Webisodes, you have. Get that a little bit wet. And then in the magazine it says spritz your paper a little bit, so now you've got kind of a wet background. And then you can just start picking up colors and placing them randomly on here. You can absolutely do that, and that will get you a really cute look. But another way you can do this a little bit quicker, because this is kind of how I work. I'm just going to put it right on there.
Slap.
Move it around a little bit and pick up as much color as I want until I'm done. I get a nice watercolor look. And then I can pick up some of this with my brush and make little spatters on there. It sort of depends on how you do it. There we go. We can get a lot of, I can put more ink and use less water and get even more spatters. But that is what Debbie did to continue to get some of the dots.
So first the background, and then doing the dots on top, and
so that was
very
really
nice.
Quick. That was simple. You just let that dry and you've got a pretty background. And you can get a different look every time.
We actually are going to. And this is one of the papers that's in the kit also, so inside and front now. So that's one way to use the stamp.
Right.
Here is that 8-in-1 cutting die, and I have to say I was puzzled by the 8-in-1, but now I see perfectly what it is. Those little flowers are absolutely charming, and I bet you'll find lots of places to use them.
Oh, sure. I really like that. She also put some beads on the center of those. You can get those in our embellishment bottles. There's a lot to choose from.
Had to add some Dazzles. I love the watering can, sprinkling love.
So printed, colored in, and then just cut out. So the little hearts, again, that is from, let's look at the version that she looked at from the magazine. So here's what Debbie saw, sprinkling little hearts, and she immediately thought of our Dazzles. So it's generally the same idea, but you can change it to suit your papers or use the Hunkydory papers that are within the kit.
And on the inside, how sweet is that? Seeds of friendship bring flowers of joy.
So really quickly, I just want to show that she did use a stylus, and we've got that from one of the kits. And the little flowers that are cut out, you just put one of that stylus ball right in the center and just sort of cup it like that, a little circle, and you're done. You have a little 3D flower that I can pick up and show that it's got some shape
little cupping there.
Really simple.
Okay, now here is that embossing folder, and how charming is this?
Isn't that adorable? Okay, wait a minute. Back to the magazine. There is another, lots of different ideas, but here's what she was looking at. She did not cut out the center. She left that door in place, which I think, I actually kind of like that better. But so here's your idea based on that. Go ahead and cut out those pieces. And one thing that she did after she embossed this, so you can see it's been embossed with that embossing folder, she took a retractable pen knife, for X-Acto. We like this one, it works great. And then she just went through with a cutting mat behind and cut all of those openings. She even cut this one out too. So I started on that, but you can see you can cut all those areas. Then it looks like you're looking right into a greenhouse.
And I love having that little bracket from the cutting die there, and of course all the flowers and the tendrils. Just
and then
really
she just inked
pretty.
the top of it with an ink pad, just a brown ink pad, get a little bit of a rustic look, and it makes those raised areas pop a little bit.
And then on the inside, now she's made the basket as just a little basket rather than a hanging one.
What a great idea. And here's another one of those little brackets. Now these are the papers directly out of the kit. So these are the double-sided papers that were used to cover this card. And this little, the silver that you see, it's one of the silver die cuts that was popped out. But then she stamped a different greeting, because you have the stamps, cut it out and placed it on top of that die cut.
Now these flowers are not cupped, so they're flat, and a little bit of red Dazzles or pink Dazzles on the center.
Just very cute.
Really, really sweet. Now, to combine several things, well, my goodness, wow, look at that tool shed.
It's just kind of shiny and a little bit grungy too. And if we go back to our magazine, So here's from a touch of texture, here's some techniques, and they're talking about alcohol inks and some other things, and Lene used our alcohol inks to do that on silver linen paper.
And the other thing you can use is the re-inkers. The Spectrum Noir re-inkers are the same alcohol.
That's right, that'll work too. So here it is embossed. So
Ooh,
embossed in silver linen. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could just run an ink pad over the top of that and get those raised areas, and that would be a nice look. But Lene went right to the alcohol inks, and she said that she just put this right on there. So I'm going to drop a couple. I think I'll drop it off to the side a little bit because it's pretty powerful, and I want to sort of direct it right where I want it to go. A little bit of green, a little bit of blue. So these are kind of fun to play with. They are pretty powerful, and they can stain. If you want to use rubber gloves when you do this, it's fine, but it'll come off afterwards with a good cleaner for your hands. And so then she just started, I'm sure, just pouncing it right on. And you can see it starts to mix the colors. If you want a little darker, you can add more ink, and then you can mix them with a little of the blending solution that is used quite a bit with the alcohol inks, and it makes just some nice, you can sort of layer that. Now I'm thinking that maybe she did just put it right, just put those drops right on there, because it gets pretty dark as you look at her
the texture of the silver linen.
I do
Very
too,
pretty.
yeah.
And so we've got our basket hanging from the eaves, and that little with love, and these are all the stamped pieces, as well as that little banner across the top.
Right.
And on the inside, little potted flowers, so really, really sweet. So that's just, let's see, that's just 4 of the 4, 5, 6 of the ones that were done from the magazine. And so it's what you would expect, but more from Hunkydory.
Love the embossing folder and cutting dies and stamps in combination with this. So it's just a really complete kit with 91 items in it.
Very, very nice. So we invite you to join us tomorrow. We'll have more Hunkydory happiness.
See you then.